Okay, we are live.
Kimbo. Kimbo coming out of Zambia, Mazulu, my brother. Thank you for inviting me here on your channel. How are you doing? Is everything okay with you as well, brother?
Yes, I am. I'm very good. The Tanzania is doing a lot of things. A lot of things are happening in the spirit, but we must remain focused. And the most important thing, we must believe and be confident in what Tanzania is doing and what he's revealing to us. Because
Um,
not everyone is in the same spirit.
exactly.
So we can be teaching something, revealing revelation, uh, bringing the mind of Tatanzambe to people, but they do not understand. They come with all kind of stupidity, stupid critic. They don't understand. So we must remain strong and remain confident in what we have received and what we must do.
Hallelujah.
So
The,
praises to Tatanzambe
the
for
biggest
you.
enemy of the black man is he himself, huh?
Hmm?
The biggest enemy of the black man is he himself.
Yeah, not only the black man, man in general.
Mm,
If you a man who does not know himself will fight himself.
mm.
Yeah, so we must know who we are. So Kembo Tuta Tanzambi Yamanzulu for you coming today. We must honor each other. You have a gift, I have a gift, and when we come together, we have the synergy of the spirit, and great things can happen. So, and how are you? How are you?
I'm
You have been
fine.
busy, eh?
It's the just fighting with my YouTube channel there because I talked about the war, the upcoming war, and I talked about COVID-19. You know, and you can talk about COVID-19, but there are certain things that you can't say on YouTube. If you have someone watching you and saying something against it, then they will block your channel. And
Mhm.
YouTube has blocked the channel from many big YouTubers last year, and many big YouTubers they didn't even care. You know, uh, I don't know. at the moment, at the moment, we need YouTube, okay, and some other platforms. So it's better to wait. It on June again. I think I can share live, but I can upload videos, so it's okay. After 1 week, I can upload videos.
After 1 week, my goodness, that's like a punishment to you,
Mm.
because you're
Yeah,
live every day.
yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mbote, to all the family, come in, join us as we will enter into the prophecies concerning the end times and the prophecies concerning the time that we are living in. So, invite people to come in. Let's all come together and we will share some prophecies, and the Tanzama will give us the understanding of what he is saying. So Mikhael Massa has a book of prophecies, and he will be reading out of that, and we will be discussing it together.
Mm.
Ingleta.
Okay. Yeah. Beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, this is what I used to call the today's session. Why beyond the rivers of Ethiopia? Because this is where the Tanzambi, according to Zephaniah 3:10 to 12, this is where he said that his people will change their behaviors, they will change the language, they will change their um, they will one more time the Most High will stretch out his hands to his people to call them one more time, and to have mercy on them and give them the land. And he say beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, there
Mhm, mhm.
is Mount Zion, And if we go to Isaiah 62:4, he also called Beulah, like Beulah, he said that this is the place where he used to unite the people. This is where he used to marry one more time Isolele, Israel. He will marry them one more time. So he always talks about beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. This is where he will establish the tabernacle of David and his tents and Jerusalem, Zion. There where Zion is, Jerusalem is over there as well. Zion
Mm-hmm.
is here, Jerusalem is here. So people sometimes think that Zion must be far away from Jerusalem. No, there where Jerusalem is, this is also where Mount Zion is. And this is also where the Zionists are. Isaiah 60. So which means the people that are the people that, you know, how call it, they are newborn, okay? The awoken people. These are the Zionists. And yeah, so that's why these are the things that we want to read today. And I think Brother Kefa's spirit will guide us. And do you want to share the screen, or should I go to share the screens?
Well, you can share because you have everything there, so you can.
Mhm. Okay, then let us just go to Isaiah 59. Let's.
Okay, wait. I will do it from here.
Mhm,
I think it's easier. Yes.
mhm.
Isaiah.
59, and then you go to the last chapter. Just type Isaiah 59, and then
The
go
last one.
exactly. There it is.
As for me, this is my covenant, said Zambia Congo. My spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seeds, said the Lord, from henceforth and forever. Hallelujah.
So the thing that is going on here is that we are the children of light. We are the children of prophecies. Okay, and all the prophecies that was said, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yiseka'yah, and all the people that come after them. There are some prophecies that we follow. And still today, we believe in prophecies. We do not believe and follow people just because you see this movement is bigger, or this people used to, have more money or more success, whatever. We follow the prophecies of our forefathers. We follow the spirit, okay? And the spirit says very clear, beyond the river of Ethiopia, beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, which means Congo, which means this delta, this area right there. This is what the spirit says. And if you see today, the most of the people moving to Africa, the first thing why they move is because they it's a pan-African. The most of the people that move are pan-Africanists, and because the president of Ghana said you can move, come over,
Mhm.
yeah, it's like people say, "Oh wow, Africa is now open for us." Normally, the if I would be a president from another country in Africa, I would do the same, but everything has its time. The but the most important thing is it's not in Ghana. It's not in Ghana. It's not in Nigeria. It's not in Senegal. It's not in Gambia. It's not in Ethiopia. It's not in Egypt. He said, "You guys come out from Egypt. You guys come out from Ethiopia. You guys come out from the western part of Africa." You see? So he say, beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. And there is a
Mhm.
spirit that goes with Jacob. Abraham came from the north. He went south, and from
Mhm.
south again to the Congo. That's why you have the history of Isaac and Jacob.
No, wait,
Who's
wait.
Jacob? Who's Jacob?
Let's read it. Let's read it. Yes, we will go to the book of Genesis 13. Yes,
Yeah.
verse 1. He's Abraham He's coming out of Egypt, yeah, Kemeta, yes, and then it said in verse 1, Abraham went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot into the south.
South. Hallelujah.
Yes, into the south. Now, when you are in Egypt and you go to the south, where do you go? You enter into the areas of Kush, you pass the rivers, and if you uh, come into the other side of the river, you come into the lands of the Congos.
Exactly. And
So,
Abraham wasn't Nilotic. And that's why this is something that people have to know. Abraham was a Nilotic. It's like our forefathers. It's like we used. Why do Jacob today? Why do the whole world call us Africans? Because all of us lived in Egypt, and it is like all of us came from one source, from from one father. But then Tatanzambi starts saying, "Man, because of this spirit again." He say, Abraham, your name won't be Abraham no more, but Abana.
mhm.
So he changed him. So he came out, and the next generation, Isaac and Jacob, always more changes happened. And this is what will bring you later to the,
Yes,
to the southern part of Africa, even
and what
to South
and that's
Africa.
what is meaning.
You will see so
Yeah.
many evidences there. So, and if we go to the next prophecies that if we stay in Isaiah, in the book of Isaiah, yeah, go to Isaiah 60, the first
No,
verses.
wait. In this verse, okay, in Isaiah 59, it
Mhm.
will tell us that the covenant is in the promise that Atanzambe made with Abana and his seed forever.
Mhm.
Because he says here, as for me, this is my covenant with thee. Yeah. This is the exact same language that he spoke with Abana in Genesis 15 and 17 when he established his covenant. He told Abana, this is my covenant with thee and thy seed. It's the same language here. Yeah. My spirit that is upon thee and my words. You see, so we see the covenant connected with the spirit and the words. And the words are the promises of Tatanzambi. You
Mhm.
see, so we have the word and the spirit together. Yeah? That formed the covenant. It shall not, that I have put in thy mouth, shall not depart out of thy mouth. So we must speak the covenant. We must talk about the promises. We must talk spiritual conversations. Not out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed.
Exactly. And
So
this is
from
where,
every generation, our conversation must be the covenant of Tatanzambe, the promise, and the spiritual revelations.
exactly the revelations, and that's why you see that you have this mixture, because that, like I said, we are all black, we all come from the same fathers. It's like even Shem and Ham, they mixed so much, and they lived in one ground and one land
Yes,
mass, but
yes.
there are many differences. And this is
Mhm.
also what you see today. If you see people, oh wow, let's go to Africa, they do not care no more about the revelations of the Most High. They just want to go to Africa because they know that Africa is the place to be. This is where they used to come from, but they do not ask no more who I am, who I,
No,
you
the
know,
reason,
the
the
reason,
reason
or what does the Most High want, or what did the Most High reveal. Like me, I have on my store, I have a Ghanaian. His name is Prince, and he said himself, like he said himself today, like, Mikhael, yeah, people are moving like you have prophesied, blah blah. Because over years I used to say those things, but then he said, but Congo is the richest country. Congo is the place. I say, how do you know? Say, now I believe everything what you say. I say, no, you see. So people, yeah, brother, people are they must see. It's like they're just following something, but they do not know what the Most I have revealed, and that's why if he say in the spiritual world, he revealed Congo. in the physical world, people will say, "Oh no, it's maybe Africa, but maybe it's
Mhm.
not Africa. Maybe it's Ethiopia. Maybe it's Nigeria." And this is where we have to put the point. Um, then you can go to Bible verses that said things like animals. He say that lions and mans will live together. You can't find any lions in western part of Africa.
Mhm.
You can't find any lions in eastern part of Africa, which means now if we go to in northeast, huh? Impossible. Hmm?
Mhm.
Then
Mhm.
you know uh then he talks about that lions, animals will live with mans together, okay, in a special place that the Most High have prepared in sub-Saharan, which means beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. And he didn't finish there. He also say, the Most High say very clear, um um there in the land. Let us go to Isaiah 44, because this is the mission itself, 44 and 26. Because I think that the most of the people, their ambition is just to flee from Babylon, but
Mhm.
not to rebuild the kingdoms of the Most High, or to work for the Most High, or to find the Most High. It's just like flee from Babylon,
Escape.
escape, yeah,
You know?
finding another
Escape.
place.
You know what it is, Massa? We live in an age of information. Information is data. So
Mm,
people are receiving and they are overloaded with information. And what people are doing, they are making their decisions based on the data that they are receiving and the information that they are gaining. But they are not making decisions based on revelation.
mm,
Understand? Because when you have the revelation, you will know the mission. You will know who you are. You
mm,
will know what you're supposed to do. Yeah?
mm.
Isaiah 44,
In 26 years.
verse 26. That confirmed the word of his servant. Now, his servant is Isolele.
Mm,
Isolele is the servant of the Most High. Yeah,
mm.
and the prophets of Isolele, the
He's,
kings
talk,
of Isolele.
he's talking about the prophets that announce the words, the
Yes,
prophecies.
yes. So we are Isolele, and the prophets are of us. That confirms the word of his servant, the prophet, and performing the counsel of his messengers.
There it
Yeah?
is. Mm,
Also the prophets that said to Jerusalem, thou shalt be inhabited. Now, why shall Jerusalem be inhabited? Because it is desolate at the moment. Yeah,
exactly.
it is desolate. So
Exactly.
Tatanzambe is giving this message to the
Exactly.
prophet. It, Jerusalem, shall be inhabited again. That's the message.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
to the cities of Yaoundé. Yes, where
Oh,
is the city
Judah.
of
And
Yaoundé?
this is very important. That's why, I love the video from Yaya Jonathan, where he used to explain people saying, "Oh yeah, they never have been in Africa." If you can call yourself Judah, you must live before in Judah, and still
Yes.
today, Judah. If we have Yaoundé in Cameroon,
Mm-hmm.
okay, still
And
today,
Yaoundé is actually all over
area
Africa.
Judah is there. It never disappeared. You see? And this is where the people went out, and you can call yourself, you come from Judah. Judah, still today, the house of David, is still today there where it was. And today, it's just like it's broken, it is wasted, And people think, because you have Hebrew Israelites, you have Bantus, and you have different, Pan Africanists moving to Africa, all of them. Oh, no, 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 let's go to Ghana, let's go to western part of Africa, but forgetting the prophecies of the Most High. I know that Pan Africanists don't
You know,
care. They don't care.
I think
And
I
the Most
think
High will
that's
use
both.
He's using everyone. You can go to Ghana. He's using everyone everywhere. At last, people will find us, and this is what I want to show here. And there's a very very powerful verse 28. The verse 28.
Yes. That said of Cyrus, he is my shepherd, Kangi, and shall perform all my pleasure, even saying to Jerusalem, thou shalt be built, and to the temple thy foundation shall be laid. Now Cyrus was not a Bantu. Cyrus was a king over the Medes and Persians, and let's just say united Babylonian kingdom.
Exactly.
Yeah, but this king, he allowed the Bantu to return and to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem, to rebuild the temple. Yes, so they will be hidden kings, kings of the nations, people who will understand and who will help the Bantu not only to return but to rebuild.
Rebuild.
That's
Exactly.
this prophecy.
Exactly. So it is
So,
like, yeah, this is because this will be the last steps from the world. Okay, this will be the last steps that will be made it, and we can see it also, this prophecy. Before I will come to the place, because I will show the place here with 2 or 3 Bible verses, we can go again to Isaiah 60. I think this is a very important Bible.
Isaiah is actually one of my favorite prophets.
Oh, the one, he is really one of the best.
Isaiah. Look at verse 1 and 2,
Exactly.
Here.
Exactly.
Arise, shine, for thy light is come. I spoke
Exactly.
about it earlier. And the
Yes.
glory of Yah is risen upon thee. See,
Hallelujah.
as the moon too is coming up, he's coming out of that state of darkness. And as the sun he's rising until he hits the highest point that is called noonday. When the sun is on his highest. Now
Exactly.
that light is shining, and that is the glory of the Tanzambe that will be seen upon the moon too. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. So darkness will fill this planet, it will fill the nation, and gross darkness the people. Now, this darkness is chaos, is ignorance, is fear, is the works of Satan. Yes, that's all that is called darkness.
And we'll have no hope no more.
Yes, exactly. And it is coming over the world, and that's what we are witnessing right now with the pandemic, so-called pandemic, and the C-19 vaccination. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee, and the Gentile nations shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of
That
thy
rising.
rising.
You see,
As we are rising, we will attract kings.
and this is
When we are in the land, when we are in the land, kings will come. Kings of the nations, they will bow down. They have to acknowledge, because they themselves will enter into a period of darkness, great darkness.
exactly, because the prophets will come also and starting telling the people to let our people go, but also to rebuild. It's like rebuilding the tents of Dawidi. It's like let Congo go, because Ghana is free.
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria is free.
Yes.
No one attacked Nigeria or Ghana. They have no problems. They are doing businesses with white people over years. They are friends with them. They are Freemasons with them. They are the same people almost. And this is what I also said to my barber. I asked my barber, how many Angolans did you see in the diaspora? He was like, here, they don't come. I say, you see? Do you see so many South Africans here? No. But Ghana, Nigeria, everywhere. So if my country is okay, why should I flee from my country? So it's about, these are our brothers, 100% our brothers. For me, they are our brothers. I don't care what people say. But in the prophecy, It's not there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there. They have nothing to do. They're just waiting also for Congo. They're waiting for Angola. They're waiting for the sub-Saharan Africa to grow, to become stronger. Because without sub-Saharan Africa, these people will always stay in the same place where they are, and it can even become more worse because now a multitude and a mixture of people will be there. And where is the place? Where is the where's the Mwanda there? Where's the Most High there? No, and the Most High is only in one place, in really to find. There's a place where he put his foundation, and here is it. If we go to verse 14, you know, verse 14 and 15 on Isaiah 16.
The sons, the sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee. So they will bow. They will come. And it is crazy. Let us read it again. Okay? Pay attention. The sons, so the children, you see, the children of them that afflicted thee, who put you in slavery, put you in servitude, they shall come bending the knee and just bowing. They will come.
He's talking about the children of Ham. He's talking about all the nations.
Yeah, the nations that afflicted the Bantu.
All nations. Also West Africa, North Africa, Eastern, China.
All the nations.
All of them will come to
all the nations
and bow down in front of them. But why? He's explaining it very well.
Yes, bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee, you see, despised, who is the most despised on the planet? They shall bow themselves down at thy sole of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of Yah, the Zion of the Holy One of Isolele. Yeah, this reminds me of Revelation 3, verse 9.
And then the next verse is explaining it very well.
It is deep because in Revelation, this goes to Revelation 3, verse 9, and Revelation, I think 13, verse 10, where it says, he that leadeth into captivity, he will go into captivity. Yes? And they that hate you, who calls themselves the so-called Jews, they will come and acknowledge that Nzambe loves you, and they will bow down to thee. And so the people, all the nations, eventually will have to acknowledge the holy ones of Isolele.
Absolutely.
Yeah? Exactly. So it's very important. That's why I always stress, my Christian brothers, it's very important. Yeah, that's why I always stress. Wait. That's why I always stress to my Christian brothers that it is very important to identify the right children of the book. Because if you don't know who they are, and you are still blessing those so-called synagogue of Satan, you will miss the blessing. So in end time scenario, in the prophetic end time scenarios, it's very important to identify who the people of the book are.
And that's why verse 15, it gives a clarification.
Right. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee. Yeah, talking about the city. And I will make thee an eternal excellence, a joy of many generations.
So it's like they forgot Okay, many people are like, oh no, Congo, sub-Saharan Africa. No, I have nothing to do with. It's like they are forgotten. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but West Africa, they are not forgotten. Man, West Africa is building, and they are building it even more. You see, so there is a difference, and also that Nzambi say, this is where we are going now to the prophecies. That Nzambi say, I will give you a land full of milk and honey. Here's the verse from Yaya that he gave me today. Isaiah, what was it? 2:7, right?
Isaiah 2.
Isaiah 2:7. You see?
Yes. Very powerful.
Yes.
Let's go there.
Just to see what Tatanzambi really say, where people have to go and where it will be. I mean, Ghana and all the other countries, they will help us because Tatanzambi say he will give all Africans a kingdom. He will
Mm-hmm.
give all Africans a kingdom. He will help us to rise. But if he say that all the world will come to the mount and bow down in front of the children of Isolele, the 12 tribes, okay, A, it is in the where the Equator is, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely.
I respect
We
what
will
other people
start.
preach, but this is not biblical. We can also after that go into Zephaniah 3 and 10, I think, to get some
Yes,
support.
let's read this first. So
Yes,
I will read verse 2 and 3 first, and I will jump to 5 and 7. Look
hallelujah.
at this. And it shall come to pass, and it shall come to pass in the last days. So that's the time. Yes, that's the season, the last days. So this book deals about the last days. It will come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yah, the house of Yah, shall be established in the top of the mountains. That means that the house of Isolole will be above the mountains, and the mountains are symbolic for kingdoms. Yeah, so it will be on the highest mountains and shall be exalted above the hills. The hills is symbolic for small kingdoms, and all nations shall flow to it. Yeah, so Isolele will be exalted above. It will be risen above. And here in verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yah, to the house of the God of Yakuba, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yah from Jerusalem. Yeah, the city, very important. And here in verse 5, O house of Yakuba, come ye and walk, come ye and let us walk in the light. Once again, that light. See, in Isaiah 60, verse 1, tells us that the light will arise over Isolele. Here again, that light. And what's the time span? The last of days. Yes, that's the period of time. So this is the time, this is the season that is that we are dealing with. And then in verse 7, look at this. There's look at this. Their land also is full of silver and gold. Where do you find a land full? You know, not some. It says full, full of silver and gold, full with these precious metals. Which land is that? What's the continent? There is no gold and silver in Europe. Europe is not full of gold and silver. The so called Israeli state of Palestine is not full of gold and silver, you know, but Africa. Neither, here, neither is there any end of their treasures. So the treasures in the Congo basin has no end.
And
Has
it's
no
not
end.
this
Yeah,
because the Most High lives there, and He said very clear, it is
exactly.
ours. The Most High lives there. This is the best thing.
Mhm.
God that the people are searching for. Where is God? Where is God? Where is God? He lives there. He lives there.
And that's therefore he said, uh, gold and silver are mine. So
Ah,
wherever you have a land full with metals like gold and silver and diamonds, that
mhm.
is the land of Yah, because he says gold and silver mine. So the land full with gold and silver and precious stones, that is the land of Tatanzambi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have another one for you. Jeremiah 2 and 7. No, take this one. Hebrew 6 and 7.
Hebrews 6, 7. For the
Mm.
earth which drinketh in the rain that cometh off upon it, and bringeth forth herbs, meat for them by whom it is dressed, receiveth blessing from God.
So, which means that you can do agriculture in the easiest way. Hmm? This
Mhm,
is something the weather in the weather in western part of Africa, eastern part of Africa, or in the no or in the west is a different weather that we have in the savannah. This is something what also the most of the people doesn't know, doesn't know. But if you this what is the one of the first things that if you want to do business or if you want to sell things, these are one of the first things that the Europeans will tell you. Sub-Saharan Africa has a complete other earth,
mhm, mhm.
a complete other weather.
It's
It
the most
starts
fertile
it's
ground.
and it's raining. It's very important the rain.
It's raining.
Exactly, it's the savannah. There you will see rain, and
Mhm.
if you go Israel is dry.
It's
The
dry, very dry.
east is dry.
Nothing grows
Egypt
there.
is dry. If you go to Senegal, this area is there. Deserts. Even the Sahara, it's there in the middle. It's a desert, but not in the Congo basin. Eh? You have so many valleys. Here, you can go to this one. Yeah, yeah. Let us go to the second. Yeah, here, Genesis, Exodus 3 and 8, Exodus 3 and 8.
Exodus 3, 8. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land and a large, unto a land flowing, and important to emphasize, a land and large, meaning great, huge, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Hephites and the Jebusites. Yeah? So it's a huge land, large land, and a land flowing with milk and honey. He also said to Abana, when he took him outside, outside of his tent, he told him, look to the east, look to the west, to the north and south.
Exactly,
See the broadness of the land. I'm
exactly.
all giving it to you and your seed. See how large and great the land is. How can that be the so-called
Middle East.
Palestine? How can they themselves say, they will tell you Palestine is very small.
That's why.
So,
That's why Tata say you guys are the children of the spiritual prophecies. The Banabilaka. This is.
mhm.
Can you translate Banabilaka? The children of the promise.
The children of promise.
Mm.
Yeah. But not only promise, it's actually the children who possess the promise.
Hmm. Because if you see the promise that he gave Abana, if you see the promise that he gave Isaac, if you see the promises that he gave Jacob, and this Jacob's promises must be fulfilled. He
Mhm.
must, he must inherit the land. He must inherit the world. But my father was always telling me there was a time before the white people came. All the people from the world, yeah, like in this time, people from Africa, all of them came to the Congo king to ask for treasures, to ask for wisdom, to ask for different kinds of things. I think this must be a Solomon. My father can explain it very well. He said that they came over to the Congo kingdom, yeah, and you know how the Congo kingdom was, like a tabernacle, built like a tabernacle on the mountain, on the mountaintop. When the Portuguese came with Diego Cao, they found the Congo kingdom on
Mhm.
the mountaintop. They had doors to other worlds. That's why you always see that we talk about
Yeah.
chariots, okay? Because these are things that secrets that we, that it takes time to explain those things, but there's some truth in it. Chariots, a world between the worlds. Huh?
Mhm. Mhm. I think it was my uncle who told me a story that when Diego Cao came and when they started to steal people and to enslave the Bakongo, that some of them took books, they buried it, to keep it safe because in the future generations, those books will be found, and secrets will be revealed. And many of those Ngunza or those prophets of them, they disappeared. They just disappeared.
Healing books, book of prophecies. Even my father, his mother, they burned the books because of the white people. They did it.
Mhm.
This is not a lie. And I have
Exactly.
some of the books. I have some of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
really have some of
and
them.
in our culture, in the Congo tradition, in the cosmology, there are chariots. Yeah,
Mm,
chariots of fire. I forgot the name they call it, yeah, but there are chariots, vehicles
mm,
of other worlds that come. You step in and you are gone. You enter into another worldly dimension.
I love my brother Obatele. He can explain it very well. He's from Nigeria. He knows these kinds of things very well. The things is that there are some people that took some people captive to bring them to another world to work for them. Okay, but
Hmm.
uh, this is something that
It's
only the
spiritual.
yeah, it's only the most I know.
No,
But anyway,
not everyone will understand
I
that.
have, yeah, I have here one more verse. Then we're going to the Revelation where the place is. I have here for you. Um, let me give you two of them. Let me Deuteronomy 8 and 7.
It's a great chapter, Deuteronomy 7 of 8.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great chapter. Hmm? For the Lord thy God bringeth thee into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains and depths that spring out of valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley and vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of oil and honey.
So you have a very fruitful land, and the fruitful land you can see it in Southern America, like Brazil. This is a very fruitful land, but the a really fruitful land where you also find the most of the animals of this earth. It's in the Congo. The forest of the Congo is so huge that there were only two main forests. It's the forest of the forest of Latin America there. The
Mhm.
what is
Brazil.
yeah, exactly. And then you have our forest in the Congo. It is a
Yes.
big forest.
Those are the only two forests in the world.
Exactly. The
The
big, the
Amazon
real,
is the only
Amazon.
forest.
That's it. Exactly. And the Congo Basin. They
Hmm.
also call it uh it has a Spanish name there. It is huge. It has a Spanish name, Corazon or something like that. It has a yeah. So you have a Congo. You see, they call it also rainforest. Rainforest. If you enter, you will never find out. And
you,
my father
you will
always,
die there
yeah, my father
if you
always say,
enter the
look how
forest.
they used to do with the Amazon. They burned the Amazon. La 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 la. If this would happen in Africa, it would start from southern part of Africa because this forest goes all over Africa, all over sub-Saharan Africa, up to Ghana. It goes all over. Now think if someone would burn here. And in Africa, they burn the forest if they want to do agriculture or yeah. Sometimes I'm like, are you
Yeah.
crazy doing this? But nothing happened.
Mm,
Nothing happened.
it's the forest. See?
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have Gabon and Congo, of course, Cameroon, and it goes up to Nigeria here.
Here you can see the forest. There in the map, forests, African world, and you see the forest. How big the forest is. You know. Here, left,
Where?
up now, the right now, right, and down here. It's now go down. This one here.
Oh, this one.
Yes, this is how, and you can see in the Congo it's the biggest, and but here you can see how the forest goes up to Ghana and stuff like that.
Yeah, almost to Senegal.
Yes,
So
it's
all that
big
green.
forest.
Yeah, Ghana,
But
Senegal.
the savannah is there where the Congo basin is. This is where the Congo basin is. This is where the savannah is, where you see the Lion King movies or Madagascar.
Hmm.
Okay.
And Africa is the land full of mountains. In scripture, when it says, as mountains surround Jerusalem, so Tatanzambe surrounds those who fear him.
Mhm.
Yeah? So where are you surrounded with mountains?
And waterfalls.
Hmm?
Yeah, if you go to waterfalls, the biggest waterfalls are in the Congo basin. Big, very very big waterfalls up to Rwanda, Tanzania, and these areas. You know, because these are where the waterfalls are. You can even give waterfalls, all or only Africa waterfalls. You see here, these are Congo waterfalls. You see, so very very important to know. And there is another history about the Sabbath, but I think this is for another time. Okay, because Satan Zambi also explained. For the people that thinks that because some people talks about like you had never beers in Africa, but if you go to you type on Google Ursu
You have what? Beer?
beers,
Oh, yeah, of course there were beer in Africa.
but look,
Masanga.
look, if you go to beers in Africa normal,
Hmm?
you type beers in Africa, maybe you won't find them. Okay, because here in Germany you can't find. They will say no beers in Africa, so you need the names of the beers. We used
Mm-hmm.
to call them Ursu, and then you will find them. Okay, because
Ushu.
David fought against them. You have Samson and stuff like that. You have in the time of Elijah, the bears came to kill the children and whatever. But that's why they are like, yeah, because normally bears they used to say the bears only live on the mountains where it's cold. We have cold.
Ushu. Ushu.
Yeah, you can Google it.
Yeah, Ushu, right?
Also,
Yeah, I know. There were beers there in Africa.
exactly, because it's important because we have to find the beers, and they're like, "Oh, you guys have no beers there."
Mm-hmm.
So, and there is another thing. Yes, go to go to the prophecy of um Zephaniah 3:10.
Oh, man. Yes, let me share the screen. But what language is Ushu?
Also, I think it's Latin.
It's Latin, huh?
Mhm.
From beyond the rivers of Kush, my suppliant, even the daughter of my despair shall bring mine offering. Yeah, and that word for offering is Minka
Mhm.
in a Yiddish.
Mhm.
And Minka appears for the first time in Genesis 4. Yes. And then it appears in 1 Samuel 10. And now it appears here. In Genesis 4, Minka appears when the two sons of Adam were bringing gifts to Tatanzambi. Yeah? Offering. The word used there is Minka. And
That's my father's name.
Minka,
Menga.
Menga. In Kikongo, it's Menga, which also means
Sacrifice.
offering.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice, yes. And sacrifice and offering.
Mhm.
Yes.
They
That's it.
gave,
So,
they gave him the name because in his time many children died.
mhm,
His mother said this son will not die, and they gave him the name Menga, sacrifice.
Menga. Yes. The one who is
He will not die.
the one who is a gift.
Yes.
The
So
one who is a gift. He
so
will
which means that it will be a spiritual change that
Mm.
will happen for the people beyond the rivers of Ethiopia.
Yes, and that offering that they bring is an offering to the king.
Exactly.
Yes, it's offering because in 1 Samuel 10, when
Mhm.
Saul was anointed king, people had to bring him gifts. And that word for gifts there was menga,
Mhm.
minka in Yiddish.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the same thing is happening here. As the king will be revealed,
Mhm.
the Benabeto,
Exactly.
the dispersed of the Tanzambe, they will bring the king gifts
Exactly.
in the land beyond the rivers of Kush.
And then that's why this is where you're gonna see many people from all over Africa will help even people from the sub-Saharan Africa. That's why it's not like that we are I am preaching against anyone in Africa, because I know that Tanzania will use people from all Africa to help this to happen. They will help the children of the Congo to free Congo.
Yes,
They will
yes.
help to free Congo.
Mm.
Even people from outside, even whiteys will help to free Congo
Mhm,
from all over, because it's about Congo. It's not about anything else.
mhm,
The Germans say "tut mir leid." It's like excuse. It's about Congo. Period.
mhm.
And here's the prophecy. The prophecies where the place is. Um.
Wait, let me say something on that. Let me comment.
Mhm.
And the only reason a nation can have dominion over the world is when they have subjugated Congo.
Mhm.
Yes? Because Congo is the power of the universe. So if you want to rule the world, you must first subjugate Congo. Then you can rule the world. Therefore, we see that Egypt became the head of the nations when they had the Congo, the Bantu, in slavery. Yes? Assyrian became head of the nations when they had Isolele in servitude, in slavery. Then Babylon became the head of the nations when they had Isolele in servitude. Yes? And the Greek came the same. The Romans came the same. The European during slave trade, America becoming a big nation, the
Mhm.
same. Now Congo is rising up, is coming out of the hand of the enemies,
Mhm.
and they are rising, and the nations will begin to lose their power.
Mhm.
America is losing its power.
Exactly.
Europe is losing its power because
Good
we
thing
are.
about it is, yeah, that in the Pan African movement, the good thing about them is they are talking about Congo. They know it's Congo. Even in Southern Africa, they say it's Congo. Yoshua Mapong, you can go to
Mhm.
Ghana. Even the Ghana president will
King
say it's
Mugabe
Congo. Everywhere. It's only maybe in the Americas the people are, you know,
blind,
they lost their minds. I don't know, but yeah,
blind,
this is
ignorant.
the real products. They lost their minds, but um, for the world, they know it's the Congo, and this is the movement. It's like not if someone say I am a warrior, I'm strong enough to go and fight for the Most High's kingdom. he will go to to sub-Saharan Africa to try to build it from there. Because in Ghana, it's like good life, trying to, just to sit there and flee or find another place to be, But in the fight of the Most High, the Most High is talking about the sub-Saharan Africa. Me too, I can go to Nigeria, sit there and just waiting until the Most High himself comes down and changes the world. But this is not how the Most High have explained the thing. The Most High said, you guys, you have to change the world. You have to do the things, Where are my warriors, And he's showing very, very clear where it is. The people from Ghana, this is not their work to come and to establish the kingdom and to help the kingdom to come up and to do
Listen,
the spiritual work. It's not the people from Europe their work. It's not even really the work from it's not the work from Gentiles. It's the work from the Bena Beto, who that are chosen from the beginning, lost. These people have to come up and to do the work, the spiritual work, so that the tabernacle of David can sit and people can come from all over to meet the Most High. This is the mission. This is the mission.
yes, and these people, you see, these people, Congo warriors, they must rise. Tanzania is looking for these people.
Hallelujah.
Okay. They are the ones who must fulfill the mission. And when they rise up, the rest of Africa will eventually join them, in accomplishment of this mission of restoring Jerusalem and the city of David. Yeah, because the rise of Congo will be the glory of Africa and the healing of the nations. For those who survive.
Exactly. Now I'm gonna talk about this map here.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Wait. Make a picture and send it to me. Then I can put it on the screen.
It's just like the two or three verses. These are also the last verses.
But make a picture of the map with your telephone.
Okay.
Send it to me on WhatsApp, and I can put it.
Okay, wait. I would then send it to WhatsApp, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So it's coming. Kephas. Okay, here it is.
Yes, right.
Because I have more of them, but I have them everywhere. Here. But let's just show some of the things.
Come on.
You preached before, yeah?
Yes.
My goodness.
I preached. I spoke about the coming wealth transfer.
And
Coming.
there also you have some new things going on, right? Like new Zoom meetings are about to come for the projects that you probably wants to do, right?
Oh yeah, but that's still in process. I have some projects. I'm discussing it with you already, but Tatanzamba spoke to me about building business centers in Angola and Congo. Yeah, so that's a big project to help the nation and the diaspora who wants to return. Because when we are returning to the land, it's not for us to go and search for jobs there. You must not return and go to in job interviews. Now, when you return, you must return to produce, to have a business there, to
Mhm.
to do business there, to employ the local people and to help the community grow. Yeah, so therefore we need business centers that when the diaspora return, when people wants to return, that they have a place when they can practice their business, employ the local people, teach them, and elevate the community, elevate the nation. That's a great project.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
also to
Not,
build.
not like many people think. I just come home and I will
Yeah.
live from the pocket of Mikhael Massa.
What you gonna do?
Want to kill me with my young age. My goodness.
Uh,
Oh.
Mikhael Massa will take care of me.
Hey.
He will give me food. He will give me, my clothing, everything I need.
My goodness.
No, no, no. We must prepare. You see, that's why the awakening needs people like us. Because the things that we are planning and the things that the Tanzambe is giving us to do is not for us alone.
Hallelujah.
It's for the people. Do you think that the Tanzambe spoke to me to to make plans to build these business centers for myself? He told me, he gave me this idea. He said, build business centers because I was praying. I was in prayer. I could not sleep. So the whole night I was awake, lying in my bed and just praying, Tatan Zambi, what do you want? What? And at 5, between 5 or 6 in the morning, he spoke to me, just came to me like fresh water. He said, build business center in
Hallelujah.
Angola. Yeah. To when the people come back, that they have a place to do their businesses, to employ the local people, to build the nation, to strengthen the nation. Because all the people who are living in the diaspora, you have accumulated so much knowledge. Come on, you have
Brother,
developed
I
skills.
don't think so.
No, no, no. Listen to me, my brother. I agree. Not
No,
everyone, you
not
know,
everyone,
not
exactly.
everyone, but there are people, yes, who have been trained. They have skills. Yeah, they went to school, they studied, they have PhDs. They are professionals in what they do. Now, when you return, you must start businesses, not applying for jobs. Not going around and those of the diaspora who has not gained much knowledge, just living, oh, I'm just living, receiving money from the government. No, when you return, we will employ you.
We will also have some places for them,
We will
exactly.
employ you. You will have a place to work. Why? Because Mikhael Massa are planning to build things there so that when you return, you have a place to work.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you will be homeless in Africa.
Exactly. Let them go to Ghana and pay the $20,000 for to just to have a room for one with one bed, brother. Ghana is becoming a big thing, brother. It's becoming nicer and nicer, and it's hard to establish yourself there. And those other countries, also Tanzania and stuff, you have a lot of white people. They already took so much there. It is almost impossible to do some businesses for yourself. And money goes very, very well, very, very fast out. You can,
And money goes fast.
exactly.
You
And these
can
people have no plan. I have
spend
my
it
group.
once.
I have my group, and we are asking them, what is your idea? Mikhael, I think you have jobs for me. Yeah, I have jobs, but I have also already 10, 15 people that I have to help. So what is your idea? You need also ideas. But yeah, we will make it. And the prophecy, normally I would not share, but the prophecy that I received about the so-called Congo prophets, the Congo prophets will be the people that will come with the awakening of Tatanzambi and Mazulu in this world. Because the most of the people that goes to those countries in Africa, they do not do it because of the Most High. They do not do it because of revelation. They just do it because they have money in their pockets or whatever. The big YouTubers that say come to Ghana, come to this place, and but no one of them has the revelation. No one of them is doing this because of the Most High. And these are the differences. And our work is not only in Africa. The biggest work will be in the United States, or I saw a big work in sub-Saharan Africa and China. China, my goodness, brother. I don't know who will protect me there, but we have to go. We have to go, brother. I saw you. I saw you. I saw you as well. I don't know if you will go, if you have all the Mbongo, but we have to go. Mimi, this Yaya Jonathan, I have to pack him. We have to
Tanzania
go.
must provide for this work.
He already said it. Let's go to the last prophecies, Yaya, and break them down, please.
Mhm.
Um.
So what about the map? Can you explain the map that you draw?
There's so much to explain.
Yeah,
This explain is talking. Okay.
yeah,
I will.
explain it just a little bit.
Okay, you can share it. Okay, yeah. So this map here shows us that there you're showing me alone now.
Oh, wait. I pressed something, I think, here.
So now this map shows us that their Israel above is not the Israel where our forefathers went to, but they
The
went
eight,
to
right?
exactly. They went to Atlantis, okay? Then they show you Babylon, okay, and Ethiopia on the right place here.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then the chart, they show you the Chart Sea, and they show you also the other seas that have been there, was there in that times. So now, if you go to
Atlantis is a mystery. What is Atlantis?
Atlantis is a mystery, but Atlantis was a place that was full of water, a place where no one dwelt in that time. And
Yeah, because the Egyptians they also talk about Atlantis.
exactly, this was a place full of treasures and
Mhm.
a mystic place. And yeah,
So it is for sure because the Egyptians talk about Atlantis. We know that Atlantis was located in Africa.
exactly. So it and our forefathers, we really come from the center, like in the midst of Africa. There are some places in sub-Saharan Africa, it was closed for us. Okay, we went into a new land on those in these times. Okay, like I said, normally we used to come from one family, and what happened in this time is, if we go to Exodus 17:5, that Nzambi say to Massa, take your staff. Here, you can read it, Yaya.
And the Lord said to Massa, Moses, go on before the people and take with thee the elders of Isolele and thy rod, which the staff, wherewith thou smotest the river, take in thy hand and go.
Exactly. Okay. This is a very, very, very important revelation. And what happened next? He say on second Exodus 7:17. Yeah.
What?
Exodus 7:17.
7:17.
Mhm.
Thus said the Lord, in this thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in mine hand upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood.
This is what happened. It's like the whole Gihon, okay, became blood up to the seas down there, because the Gihon goes up to past Congo. It goes down there.
Yes, down to South Africa.
down to South Africa.
Hmm.
Everything become blood. And this is the Red Sea that they crossed. This is really the Red Sea that they crossed. It's not like they went to the north. Okay? So that's why you have in Exodus 2 and 13 this revelation that the Most High say about the Gihon spring.
Exodus 13,
2 and 13.
2.
Yes.
And when he went out the second day, behold, two men of the Hebrews strove together. And he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
No. Exodus 2:13.
Yes, that's Exodus 2:13. Okay, Exodus 2.
No. Then go just type Gihon. This is the river that crosses all Ethiopia.
Oh,
Gihon.
that is no, that's Genesis 2.
Genesis 2:13.
Yes. See here. And the names
Exactly.
and the name of the Gihon of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasses the whole land of Kush.
So, and Kush was not only this part there, what you see there. Kush you can also say to Kush all Africa. It's like it goes all Africa, the Gihon
Egypt
Spring.
was Kush, to Sudan was Kush,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
all the way
So
down to the
this
river was
is
Kush.
the river that we cross, and a river, huh? So it was the Gihon Spring, the Nile River. This is what our forefathers passed. And there are prophecies about Ham and the if we go to Hezekiah 20 and 14, we're going to see how the Tanzania is talking about Ham. They will have no kingdom no more. What will happen? That Most High took us out from there. But where did he bring us?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Where did he bring us? To Amazon. Amazon. Did you ever hear about Amazon? Atlantis.
Amazon.
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 Yes. Genesis 34 and 5.
Genesis 24
34 and 5.
or 34.
34.
5.
Yes. A better revelation is in the book of Maccabees, the fifth book of Maccabees.
And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah. No, that's not it, right?
His sons with the cattle and the field, and Jacob his held until they were come, and Hamor Sheshem went out of Jacob come with him. Normally you need Amazon there.
Is it in the
Go to
Dutch translation, German
go,
translation?
yeah, sometimes because everything is in German. Go to
Mm-hmm.
fifth Maccabees 2 and 11 to 17. This is a
Book of
very
Maccabees.
the fifth book of Maccabees.
Okay, wait.
There you have to go to Google.
Yes.
Fifth book of Maccabees, yeah. Then you go to 2:11 to 17.
And it prevails over marriage, love, condemned it when condemning it when transgressing law, and it lords it over
Wait
the
a minute.
love.
Wait a minute. Is this the fifth book of Maccabees? This is the second
Yes.
book of Maccabees. No, it's the fourth.
Here.
This is
It is
fourth.
four?
Yes.
Okay, wait. um, what's the Roman numeral for five?
Only V.
P, right?
Only. But if you have something,
Yeah, it's the P.
and
It's not here.
write fifth, write it on Google.
Mm, um, yes.
Hmm.
First two.
Just type there one of them, because then you have second Maccabee, second. No, not the second. Just
Yeah,
just
fifth Maccabee.
just write fifth Maccabee and then find something where you can find it.
Yeah.
Now there, Brilcom.
I think most of them took this part out.
Oh yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy, but you can find. Normally, you can find it because it's a very there. It's the fourth big book of magazine that talks about the Emperor of West Africa. What was his name?
That's the reason they took it out.
Yeah, the history about the Romans, the fight against Hannibal. It's a biblical history. It's a real history, and it's also a biblical history. It came from the Bible, the fight of Hannibal and the North, which that he fought with the West.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, but where is this book? The Book of Maccabees. First, I think you won't find it. I found it last time, but they're very smart. It's things change. Huh? PDF. The five book.
Come on.
Hard, huh? If you want to find the truth.
Yeah, they make it. They have to
Oh, yeah.
censor
Because
everything,
there
remove
explain,
everything, make it
yeah, there
difficult for you
explains the things with
to get the information, and
Amazon.
it's not even opening.
Yeah, there
See?
you will find Amazon. Then you will find how they describe that the kingdom of the children of the Isolale, it's on the sub-Saharan Africa. Okay, but anyway, let us. There's some other verses that also shows us where the kingdom was. Hmm? Let us go to Second Chronicles 33 and 14. I think someone has already posted it, the fifth book of Maccabees, into the chat, because there are some people that are very fast.
Yeah, they have skills in Google search.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Wait first.
Second Chronicles 33 and 14. Yeah, yeah.
Chronicles 33.
And 14. Yeah.
14. Now after this, he built a wall within the city of David on the west side of Gihon. So that's the Gihon River there.
Mm-hmm.
In the valley, even to the entering in at the fish gate, and compassed about Ophel, and raised it up a very great height, and put captains of war in all the fenced
The
cities
west
of
side
Judah.
of the Gihon River.
Mhm.
The west side of the Gihon River.
Here, west side,
In the
west side,
valley. Huh?
west side.
I'm not done. I'm not done. It's bad that we cannot find the revelation of the Maccabees, but let's go. This is where Judah's, where he used to put his building, the castle, or whatever they used to call it in this time. Then Second Chronicles 32 and 30.
Second Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which chapter?
32 and 30.
This same Hezekiah also stopped the upper radicals of Gihon and brought it straight down to the west side of the city of David. So what it tells us that the Gihon is key to locate the city of David and the
Hallelujah!
location
You
of
got
the
it.
temple.
You got it.
That's it. So we must look at the Gihon River. What is the Gihon River? That's the great river who goes from Egypt down into the deeps of
Oh,
South
it went
Africa. The west side
all
of
over
that
down,
river
and then the
was
west
the
side.
location
Uh-huh.
of the temple.
Uh-huh. Amazon.
Hmm?
Atlantis.
Atlantis. Oh, yeah.
uh, and for the people that believes that we went to the Middle East, I have this here. Genesis 7 and 25.
Genesis 7,
25.
it stops at 24.
Exodus. Exodus 7:25.
Mhm.
Brother, I had with this all these revelations in German,
Mhm.
huh? Sometimes I'm just waiting my hairs to go here. It's already starting. I tell you, man.
And
Reading here,
seven,
doing this. Go ahead. Yeah.
yes, and 7 days were fulfilled after that the Lord had smitten the river.
So there are many, many days passed, and they had to cross the river. They had to go out. He opened the he divided the rivers, and they fled. And not like the people are telling us the stories about, yeah, we went to the Red Sea to go where? Where our enemies are, to see the Greeks, to see the Arabs? Did you hear that we went to Mecca or whatever? No, come on. We went to the desert, and after the
So,
desert,
but
southward.
what you're saying is that when Abraham went out of Egypt in Genesis 13, he went to the south.
Mhm,
When the Israelites, the Bantu, came out of Egypt with Massa, they also went to the south.
mhm.
They followed the river and then they crossed.
They
Right? Is that
crossed.
what you're saying?
They crossed the river.
Okay, listen
That's
to
why
this.
that's why
Listen
you
to
have
this,
some of
Massa.
the people also in western part of Africa. They crossed the river.
Yes.
Some of them in the desert, some of them to Zambia. What is the name? Not Zambia. Mozambique. Then you have Tanzania. You have all over the east side. Okay. What is the Zimbabwe, Southern Africa, Botswana, Kalahari Desert, Angola, Congo. And some Congo they didn't left there. They also went again to Nigeria, Cameroon Delta, Ghana. Same family,
Yes, it's the same family.
brother. I tell you, that's the
It's
story. This is Bantu
they many
migration.
of them do not identify as Bantu because they have forgotten who they are.
This is
Uh,
Bantu migration.
Yes, it's Bantu migration. Many came out of Egypt. They moved to the Niger areas, to
And
areas of
there you had a multitude of
Nigeria,
people. Some of them were
Ghana,
Hamites, like
Senegal.
now. The same thing like now. Some of them were Hamites, some of them were Hittites, some of them you have different kinds of
And some of them were Bantu.
yeah, and then some of them were Bantu.
Yes, Untu, Untu,
Exactly. Exactly.
which also can mean community of the people.
And this is another big, 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 big revelation where
Okay,
the
let me give you first. I want to say this. Yeah,
Mhm,
what you just said about our ancestors coming down from Egypt, like Abraham, yeah, into
mhm,
the south. They did not go to the northeast of the Palestina, that land. But they went to the south. They followed the same route that Abraham followed when he left Egypt.
mhm,
They followed the river and eventually they crossed the river.
mhm,
That's what you're telling me, of telling us. Now, listen, I had a vision, a night vision, and I found myself in Egypt. I was standing there in Egypt. I did
oh,
not
wow.
know where I was,
Mhm,
but this man appeared,
mhm.
and this man, what I think must be an angel, he told
Hallelujah.
me the following. He said, "Your ancestors were here in Kemetah, in Egypt.
Mhm,
After a while, they came out of Egypt and they went to the south. They went into the south."
mhm. They went to the south, yes.
Yes, listen, that's the vision that I had.
Mhm.
Yes,
I'm
the
listening.
night vision. So
Mhm,
this man was telling me they came here, they were living here in Kemet. They went to the south, yeah,
mhm,
and they came into the land of Kush. After that, they crossed the river, the great river, the Gihon River. They crossed that river, what's also called the Nile or the White Nile. They crossed that river
mhm.
and they came into the land of Congo. And that is the migration of your ancestors. That's
Exactly.
what that man told me. You understand? So that's why people, my awakening, me coming to the truth of who I am as Mukongo, as Bantu, was by the visions revealed to me by the ancestors.
Hallelujah, brother.
You understand? So that what
Mhm.
you're saying confirms my vision.
I have I have a very powerful verse to that what you have said for you. Let's just take my Bible because it's very very important what you say. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Yeah, yeah.
That's why we must not go by information alone, but also
No,
revelation.
we are a people of revelation, brother, and people will understand later. You know, and revelations is not for everyone. People can't understand revelation so fast. It takes time.
Revelation is for those who have the spirit,
Mhm.
not people who think
Who-
to possess the
People who
spirit.
are called,
But
Jacob. Not,
exactly,
not everyone is Jacob.
we are the children of the prophets.
Not everyone is called for a spirit. Here, yeah, yeah. This is the revelation that this is the verse for you. It's Deuteronomy 32 and 7 to 9.
Yeah, that's a powerful verse. It's a powerful verse. Remember the days of old, mm, also the ancient days,
Mhm,
the days of our ancestors. It's alluding to that time. So remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations past. Ask thy father, and he will show thee the elders, and they will tell you when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam and set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Yes, here is when he separated the nations, the humans, the nations, and he said bounds of the people. So he determined the borders of the people, the living areas. And who are they uh, that removes borders? That switch borders, that take lands that are not theirs. Kadiampemba. It's a crime to do that. That Tanzania made borders because he gave each nation, each people, their place of life, their place to live, their lands. Yes? And according to the number of the children of Isolele, is actually according to the number of the angels. Yeah? You can read it in the Septuagint. You will see that it's the number of the angels. When Tatanzambe descended on the mountain, where the people were building the Tower of Babel, he descended with 70 angels, 70, 70 angels. And those angels, when Tatanzambe dispersed the people and gave them all different languages, he also set up gods over those angels, principalities. He sent angels over those nations. So
Mhm.
those 70 angels who descended with Tatanzambe, they will set up over the nations, yes, to rule over them. But the portion of the Lord is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. You see? Now, lot means that people receive something, but Tatanzambe received Yisolele, Jacob. Yeah.
Yeah, we have here from Brother Wadey, dear just. He say that Abraham, according
Yeah,
to
going north. Yes, we know.
very nice is that
It's in every Bible.
he he went to he went to the south, and then he also again went to the north. He
Yes.
went to the south to southern Africa, and then
Hmm. And then
he
he came up.
to the Congo.
Yeah.
It's here. Look, it's here. Um, it's Genesis 12:7 to 9.
And the Lord appeared unto Abraham and said, Unto thy seed will I give this land, and there builded he an altar unto the Lord, who appeared unto him. And one of the greatest thing of Abraham is wherever Tatanzamba appeared to him, and that word appearing, you must pay attention to that word. It means that Tatanzamba manifested himself to Abraham. Okay? Because people tend to miss this. He manifested himself to Abraham and he spoke to him. So
Mhm.
Abraham was very spiritual and a very powerful man. Okay? So each time with Tatanzam appears to him, he would build an altar. It's very profound. And he removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west and high on the east, and there he built an altar unto the Lord, a second altar, and he called upon the name of Yah. Yes, and Abraham journeyed going on still toward the south. Yeah, there's
He
going
always went
down,
down.
down. And there was a famine in the land, and Abraham went into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. You see, so he went down and then he went up again toward Egypt. Yes, listen, and here when the famine was past, he was found in Egypt, and Abraham went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. See, so
Exactly.
now he's going to the south again. From Egypt, going to the south, you enter Kush, you following the river, and you come into the interior of Africa.
Exactly. And here's the last verse that I have is Psalms 50 and 10.
Psalms 50.
and 10.
For every beast of the forest is mine, and the
Upon
cattle upon 1,000 hills.
where are 1,000 hills?
Mhm.
Give just put 1,000 hills on Google.
What?
Just type this 1,000 hills on Google.
Oh man. Wait, what's the first? 50. Let me read it again.
50 and 10.
50:10. Yeah, let us read it again. For every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills.
Because he's
Yeah.
he's saying,
Yeah.
I know all the folds of the mountain. So he's saying that the land is his.
Mm-hmm.
About
A 1,000 hills. Okay.
1,000 hills.
Mm. It's,
Look where it is. What do you see there?
let's go to images.
A land of 1,000 hills. It's Rwanda. Look at this. It's
Rwanda.
in the Congo Basin, there where the Nile River pass,
Mhm.
where Gihon goes.
Huh?
This is where they
The
go.
land of 1,000 hills.
Rwanda.
Rwanda.
Yeah. He went to the west. There was in the west of the Gihon.
Huh?
Congo. Congo. Congo.
Rwanda is the land of 1,000 hills.
1,000 hills. Yes.
Hmm? Hallelujah. Hmm?
That's why you see Naruto and these movies. They used to say, if you go to the book of Esther 5, no, Judith 5. Oh, very nice. The last verse, Judith 5. Wow. They had to pass the mountains to come to conquer us. Judith 5. We lived beyond the rivers. We lived beyond the mountains. This is the pure secret.
The heck, man.
You know,
Okay, you did.
there when I went to the north to the Banza Congo, brother. There are mountains. I think they go like this, and they have built streets there, brother. Your car, if you go to if you go to the how calls you drive and you go to the dirt you drive with the third gang, we call it gang, yeah, for driving to if you're with a car. Then you have to go to the second, okay, so that you can climb the mountain with the car,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And if you just put the wrong, if you try to go to the third again or to the fourth or whatever, or you do one mistake, your car motor will go off, but then you will just see your car, going back, because you are climbing mountains like this. If you want to go to the north, mountains, real mountains, you can see on the left, you can see on the right, you see mountains. You're on the mountain top.
A dangerous
North,
road.
north, these are mountains, real mountains.
That's
No
a
one talks
dangerous
about it.
road.
Yes. And
My
the
goodness.
best thing about this, Yaya, on the right and on the left, you see trees. You can't see how far, you can't see the beginning of the trees. And you can
Oh,
see,
it's like the movie Avatar,
and you
when they
see the
are
trees
up
are going
high.
up, and you see up there, it's like it's like the heaven. It's like directly below. It's like you can touch the heaven
Mhm.
like this. Brother, it's there. It's crazy. And the apples and the fruits, big like heads,
Mhm. Like heads.
big
Big
mangoes,
apples, fruits.
big fruits.
Incredible.
Yes. And
Mm.
many people died in these ways. It's not like nice ways, because you have to know how to drive and etc. But yes, Judith 5. Do you want to go through it?
Yes, yes.
to see.
Wait, let me show something first.
Okay,
Um,
I'm
mm,
here.
mm. Let's
Judith
go.
5.
So this scene, yeah, from Avatar. hmm,
Ah, yeah.
You know that movie, right? Avatar.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So this scene when they are climbing those mountains, who are just
Exactly.
suspended in the air.
Exactly.
Yeah?
This
Oh,
is how it looks like there.
man.
I think even in Kenya and those areas, big brother, you have big old, and in Rwanda is very powerful. You have there the 1,000 mountains, 1,000 hills, boom, 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 hills, hills, hills. If you are one time inside there, you can't find out no more.
Hmm? Yes.
That's what you have always to do. If you go to, if you want diamonds, it's here.
Yes.
Look at these mountains.
Hmm?
Exactly.
Hmm?
Exactly. This is how it looks like.
Hmm? Yes.
Wonderful.
Like you are in heaven. Hmm? Look at it.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's the beauty of Africa, man.
Exactly.
You know,
This is
that's
how it looks.
the reason I always say all beautiful and powerful things that the world is enjoying comes
Mhm.
from Africa. All the powerful stories, comes from Africa. Everything that Hollywood produces is inspired by the Bantu culture, tradition, and the land,
Mhm.
and the Bantu stories. Everything. Avatar. The people, these blue people, they call them Nafi, right? The Nafi. Now, the Nafi is just another word for Nabi, because
Mhm.
the Fi and B are interchangeable. So they
Oh, yeah.
call it the people of the prophets, the prophetic people,
Mhm.
the Nafi, Nabi. It's when I watched this movie in 2009, I was like, man, I wasn't even awoken yet, but I knew what they were doing.
It has something to do with Africa. Yes.
It has everything to do with Africa.
Always. Yes. But really, yeah, you can't see the trees where it started. You can't see
Mhm.
down there. And you see all the, you know, it's like you're in heaven. Really, it looks exactly like this. Exactly.
Yes.
And
Oh,
if your
okay.
car, you have a car problem over there, say bye bye, my brother.
Yeah, you die.
Yeah, say bye bye. You need you need help for some people that drives the same way so that you can call someone, etc. It's not easy there, but it looks exactly like this. You know,
Okay, you did five.
and there you will see that they knew it. So yeah, you can read really from the beginning to get the understanding, the full understanding what the Gentiles knew about us and where
You
we
did
live.
five.
You did 5 completely, or
Okay.
you,
That's good.
or you can play it. Even I say you can play it if you want them to read, but it's better for you to read. Ashur is northern Africa. So sometimes people are, or Ammons, the children of Ammon is these are the also northern Africa. Okay, so people sometimes thinks that if we talk about Ashur, we are in how called in Lebanon, we are in Algiers somewhere. No, so
Uh,
do you want to play it or?
no, I will read it.
Mhm.
You did five from one. Then was it declared to Holofernes, the chief captain of the army of Assur, that the children of Israel had prepared for war and had shut up the passages of the hill countries, and had fortified all the tops of the high hills, and had laid impediments in the campaign countries.
Okay.
Wherewith he was very angry, and called all the princes of Moab, and the
Hmm.
captains of Ammon, and
Hmm.
all the governors of the sea coast. And he
Hmm.
said unto them, tell me now, ye sons of Canaan,
Hmm.
who this people is that dwelt in the hill country. And what are the cities that they inhabit? What
Hmm.
is the multitude of their army?
Brother,
And
is
where
this in the Middle East? Wait a minute.
No, it's not in the
It
Middle
is in
East.
the Middle East,
No way.
beyond the
Talking about
hill,
the hill
beyond
country,
the
the
mountain. They
mountains.
knew.
It is
And,
not in the
and
Middle
all
East.
the wicked people there in Northern Africa, they
Mhm.
put themselves together, take all the Gentiles and say, where are these people? Look at this story.
Yes, definitely. It's not in the so-called Middle East. um, yes, who is this people that dwelt in the hill country? And what are the cities that they inhabit? And what is the multitude of their army? And wherein is their power and strength? Goodness.
Mhm,
So they're saying, what is the source of their power and strength? Which
mhm,
God do they serve? That's what they say. That's what they actually want to know. And what king is set over them, or captain of their army? And why have they determined not to come and meet with me, more than all the inhabitants of the west? Then said Aka- Achior, the captain of the sons of Ammon, let my lord now hear a word from thy mouth, from the mouth of thy servant, and I will declare unto thee the truth concerning these people, which dwelleth near thee, and inhabited the hill countries. And there shall no lie come out of my mouth, out of the mouth of thy servant. These people, let me go up. So these people are descendants of the Chaldeans. uh, of the Chaldeans. They sojourned, therefore, in Mesopotamia, because they will not follow the gods of their fathers, which were in the land of Chaldea. For they left the way of their ancestors and worshipped the God of heaven, the God whom they knew. So they cast them out from the face of their gods. So they cast them out from the face of their gods, and they fled into Mesopotamia, and sojourned there many days. Then their God commanded them to depart from the place where they sojourned, and to go into the land of Canaan, where they dwelt, and were increased with gold and silver. Listen, that's why this piece here, and they were increased with gold. Why do we not understand
mhm.
that we are the people who supposed to possess the
Mhm,
riches of the earth?
mhm.
Because when we talk about
Our
these
blessing,
people,
our blessing.
they do not understand. No, being riches of the devil. No, it's not of the devil. It's what the Kadian Ember taught you when you were obeying, to be
Mm,
poor. They were enriching themselves. They were stealing from you. Until today, you have that same mindset. Wake up, man.
mhm,
Wake up. And with very much cattle. But when a famine covered all the land of Canaan, they went down into Egypt. So,
mhm,
and sojourned there, while they were nourished, and became there a great multitude, so that no one could not number the nation.
mhm.
Therefore, the king of Egypt rose up against them, and dealt subtly with them, and brought them low with laboring in brick, and made them slaves, servants. Then they cried unto their God, and he smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues. So the Egyptians cast them out of their sight, and God dried the Red Sea before them, and brought them to Mount Sinai and Kadesh Barn, and cast forth all that dwelt in the wilderness. So they dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and
Today,
they destroyed
today, this
their strength in all them of Esabon. And passing over Jordan, they possessed all the hill country,
mhm.
the
we,
mountainous
we, we fought this
areas.
Berbers there. We fought the Somalis. We went all over the mountains. Look, look.
And they cast forth, before them the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Jebusite, the Shemite, the Gerasites, and they dwelt in that country many days.
Mhm.
And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered, because the God that hated iniquity was with them.
Mhm.
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captive into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. But now, but now are they returned to their God, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. So what is actually saying, let us wait until they sin,
Exactly.
until they transgress, and
Exactly.
then we can kill
Attack.
them.
Yeah.
Attack! Uh, but if there be no iniquity in the nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God before them, and we become a reproach before all the world. And when Achior had finished these sayings, all the people standing round about the tent murmured, and the chief man of Holofernes, and all that dwelt by the seaside and in Moab, spake that he should kill him. Now they want to kill this guy for speaking the truth, like it is today.
Exactly.
Hmm? For say they, we will not be afraid of the face of the children of Israel. For lo, it is a people that have no strength, no power for a strong battle. Now therefore, Lord Holofernes, we will go up, and they shall be a prey to be devoured of all thine army.
Crazy history, right?
It is a wonderful story.
Mhm.
There are so many scriptures coming, in this story.
Yeah. So we are the children that live beyond the mountains, you know.
Yes.
Why? The Tanzania have put the mountains there. He put the animals there to protect us. There are certain things that he put there to protect us. Even the land itself. I have verses that the land itself, when the Kadiapemba came, the land itself started to, to eat the people. It became like a man, eat them, and it became land again. It's there in the Bible. So the land is mystique. That's why still today white people couldn't take over the land. It's impossible for white people to live in the land without us and doing whatever they want to do. That's why they want to live in another planet. Why do they not kill us and take the land? It's impossible because the land itself, yeah, has its own mind. It has its
hmm
own spirit.
Oh, that's what I said. The earth has its own spirit, and the land is the possession of the ancestors.
Hmm.
Even they protect the land.
Exactly.
You cannot take the land from them
Exactly.
because
You
it is
can't do
connected
anything.
with them.
You can't do anything without the ancestors, brother.
hmm
You can't do agriculture without them. They look at the stars, they tell you now, here, there. You want to go to what? You have to pray before you do anything. Every white people do that. There is a song that white people used to sing, my father say, from the in the time of colony, from Southern Africa up
hmm
to Tanzania, not Tanzania, from Southern Africa up to Namibia. You could find gold on the streets. No, not gold, diamonds on the streets. And they used to before they take it, they used to sing a song in Congo or their languages like Father of heaven, thank you, Father of Israel, that you've given us this diamonds. Father, thank you that you've given us this diamonds, and they are taking the diamonds. Because if you just take it like this,
You die. The
these
land will eat you up.
are the things that our people don't know. We are children full of traditions. Full of traditions. And no one can come and just do whatever he wants to do. You will
Okay.
die. You will fall asleep. You will become sick.
What do you say about this verse? Hmm? Listen. I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places. Yeah? That thou mayest know that I am the Lord which called thee by thy name. I
This is what
am
this is
God.
what we're working for, Maria. Yeah, do you know? You
Hmm?
can't find these riches in the West Africa. You can't find it in the. There is a, if you see in the movie of Black Panther, there is something that is. Do you know that I have some Germans that I know. Um, they working on black uh crystals and stuff. It's like they believe that there are some energies that they can use for spaceships, for roads, for
You
energy.
know, I think that
Brother, I am
ship
there.
once
My name is
came.
there on this on this project. It's there. Brother, they ask me things. White people ask me things. We will have things that the whole world needs, and they are under the ground. If you go
Mhm.
to Ethiopia, they are under the ground, brother, and you can only find them with the Most High. Brother, what is the secret of the diamond? You can see it with a satellite. It's here, and then the diamond start moving on the ground. It start running away. The diamond, you saw it's here. You start grabbing 2 meters, 3 meters. The diamond disappear.
Yes, because this scripture tells us that the treasures of darkness, yes, are the secrets, the richest secrets, no, the treasures which Tatanzambe has reserved for the Bantu. No nation will be able to get that. No one, no one. They can
Hallelujah.
go in Ghana, get the gold, they can go to South Africa, get the gold, and this Jewish guy, Dan Gessler,
Yeah, yeah,
he's
in
mining
Congo.
diamonds
Crazy.
in Congo. They can do it. But these hidden treasures,
No chance.
those are the
Did
great
you ever heard
treasures.
about Tanzanite?
Hmm?
The Tanzanite? Did you ever heard about that? That they
Who?
found in Tanzania. There's a stones that are even they have more value they have than diamonds.
The diamonds. No, I
The the,
haven't.
the elders the elders in the country, they used to say to say to a white young man, look, we have a mountain here, and these mountains we have crystals. This young Muzungu guy, he went to the mountains. He was like, what is this? Uh, and then he brought he brought the white people there. They just started to taking everything there. Still today they take it. No one talks about it. There are some stones that have more value than diamonds. They're taking it from everywhere. And this is we have to make it better. We have to teach our people from the diaspora. If we don't make it, Yaya, no one can. It's not even the people from the diaspora. They just know KFC and burgers, man. This is the only thing what they know. They do not know all these things what we are talking about here. They just know, oh, how can I flee from Babylon? This is what they are thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, either they know spirituality, and also they do not know anything about the land or anything else. And we have to do our best so that they can show us what they have learned, so that we can give them also what we know. Because if not, nothing will come out of this. Because everyone wants to know better, you know. And yeah, I have the last verse for today. The last chapter, We almost go to 2 hours. It's a New Testament. It's the freedom from slavery. It's Galatians 4:21 to 28. Break it down, yeah.
Galatians 4:21
to 28.
Tell me, ye that desires to be under the law, do you not hear the law? For it is written that Abana had two sons, the one by a bondmaid, the other by a free woman. But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, but he of the free woman was by promise, which things are an allegory. For these are the two covenants. For the one from the Mount Sinai, which gendereth to bondage, which is Agar.
Egyptian.
Exactly. She was an Egyptian. For this is Agar, is Mount Sinai in Arabia, and answered to Jerusalem, which now is, and is in bondage with her children.
What does this say? Yeah. Agar, Ishmael, is in bondage. These are the people that are today in this Philistines, or what they used to call themselves. This Israel above is in bondage. Wars is not the Israel from the Bible. But go ahead.
Yeah. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all. For it is written, Rejoice, thou barren that bearest not, break forth and cry, thou that travailest not, for the desolate had many more children than she which had an husband. Now we, brethren, as Isaac was,
Hallelujah,
are the children of promise.
hallelujah.
Yes.
So,
Bana Bilaka.
Bana Bilaka, the
Children who possess the promise.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, Abraham, with the Tanzania gave Abraham the promise, it was taking a lot of time, you know. And his wife was complaining. He said, Abraham, I'm becoming old. I'm very old. So why are still waiting on the promise of the Tanzania? And Sarah, she introduced Abraham to something that I call the Agar solution. The Agar solution is when you decide not to wait on the promise of Tatanzambi, but to fulfill the prophecy by your own wisdom. So she said, take Hagar and produce a son with her. That is the Hagar solution. You're not waiting at Tatanzambe to fulfill his promise, but you go into the flesh. You go into the flesh and you think that you can help Tatanzambe to fulfill that prophecy.
And that's why, no problem. That's why you have Ishmaelites, Esau, all of them saying that they are Shemites. They come from Abraham.
Yeah.
And that's why also they say, Israel is ours. Mecca is ours. Because it's theirs. There, Abraham was there. This is he begot children there.
But when Abraham, I think in Genesis 18, when he presented Ismael, Ismael means Yah hears. God hears. When he presented Ismael, he said, my God, let Ismael live before you. What was the answer? He said, no. Yes, I will bless him. He will become great nations. He will have 12 princes, which forms the 12 tribes of the Arabian people.
Still today.
He said, but I will not bless him as I have promised you, because out of your seed with the woman you love. will
Hallelujah.
I produce a seed and
Mhm.
will have established my covenant. Yeah?
Ex-
Therefore, here he tells you, yeah, that there were two sons, but only the one here, in verse 28. Now
mhm.
we, brother, as Isaac was, we are the children of promise. You see,
Exactly.
Ishmael was not the promised seed.
That's why they are not free, and Esau as well. And the biggest thing is,
Yeah, they
you
are
know,
still fighting.
the biggest thing, Esau and Ishmael, they are mixed today, but not Jacob. And Jacob lived far away from them. They
Yeah,
lived, they lived there where we came from, and Jacob went all over down there. Why should the Most High let us live in the country of the enemies? That's why he's calling the Israel in Arabia. He even called it Arabia. He said that these people are in bondage, not free. But Isolele, the mother of us all, where we used to come from, it's free.
it's free.
It's free.
It's free. And when you look to the prophecies concerning Ismael and Esau, they have the same promises of the same prophecy. Do
Exactly.
you remember that Tatanzamba said that Ismael will live by the sword?
Mhm. He did.
Yes, he will live by the sword. Now, Ismael of Esau had the same prophecy
Mhm.
from Isaac,
So
right?
how can Jacob live among them?
Mm.
They will be the one that will take you from your land to bring you to their land so that you can work for them.
Yes, they make you servants.
Yes,
And so we see the spirit of war in Ismael, and we also see the spirit of war in Esau.
exactly.
And they are the two warmongers in the world.
Mhm. And these
Now,
are the two people. Mhm.
when in history did our ancestors
Mhm.
go to all kinds of nations to enslave them? Just to kill them, rape the women, enslave them, take everything that they possess.
Yes,
No,
it's
we
not
never
our
went to
promises,
war just to fight and to plunder.
and
That's not
that's
what
why
we
what
did.
is our
But
promises?
Esau has that spirit.
Mm.
Ishmael has that spirit.
Hallelujah. That's why there is where our promises will come. Okay, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob will be the world that will come after that.
Hmm.
And this is where we go. Which means it is our time. And we have to go out from Christianity and out from Islam. These are the religions that they took because they know this Bana Bilaka, this children of the book, this promised people, they believe in the God.
Yeah.
And they have one more time transgressed crime against their God. So we will bring them our God. And this verse is so powerful because everyone you
Yeah.
can show. Because white people are like, yeah, they have to read because they do not understand the spiritual things. And then you show them, it says here that that Israel in the Middle East today is the nuclear bomb. It's a nuclear bomb. And some people from us, Jacob, try to bring our people over there. We have to be very careful.
I even believe that that nation, that Edomite nation, yeah, some also identify them as being Amalek. Those people, they will initiate the last war.
Mhm.
They will initiate the last war. I really believe that because all the wars, the Second World War was initiated by them.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were involved.
All wars
You know,
is about
and
Israel.
the last war
All world wars were
initiated.
because of Israel.
Yes,
All
all
world
world
wars.
wars, the first, second, and the third.
You have to be very
They are
careful for your YouTube channel, brother. Believe me, yeah? Because those people are crazy.
yeah.
These people are crazy, brother. Believe me. So, from my side, thank you, Yaya, for inviting me. I think you are totally finished, brother. You are doing an amazing job. May Tatan Zambi help you. let let us do one thing. I will go to prayer now. I have time for it, to a very powerful one. After that, it would be very nice if we can do a healing session, so that everyone that will come live, everyone that will come online can receive his healing, or blockages will go out. We will pray for the people, and I think this day the wonder will lead us and will move, and you will see miracles happening.
And
We'll,
get the
we'll give
get.
people prophecies, and
Mhm.
directly also healing. Are you ready? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, man.
Ah,
The spirit is ready.
hallelujah.
And the spirit is always ready.
Hallelujah.
Yes. So, people, we thank you for participating. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Continue to pray with us. And I will say, let's walk in love. Let's walk in unity. You may not understand everything that we are saying or teaching, but take the word, pray, and the Spirit will reveal. Yes, He will reveal. We ourselves are students under the feet of Tatanzambi. So His Spirit, the Muanda, and Zambi himself, He's teaching us. The living spirits are teaching us. So continue to support as we grow and go forward. And be a witness, be a light, and remember who you are. We are Bananzambi, Bana Congo. We are Congo warriors. It's
Hallelujah.
time to stand up, to fight, and to take our place. As His light is shining and His glory will be seen upon us. Yeah, so thank you. Be blessed. And Kembo Tutatanzambi, may Congo reign.
Hallelujah.